I'm speaking to you at what I know is an increasingly challenging time, a time of disruption in the life of our country, a disruption that has brought grief to some, financial difficulties to many, and enormous changes to the daily lives of us all. We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again. But for now, I send my thanks and warmest good wishes to you all.
Hello, my beautiful people. It's an amazing day again at the beach. I don't know if you can see the boat over there. Let me see if I can. Can you see that? There's a boat over there. Yes. Hello, beautiful people. It is very, very funny how I am vilified for the fact that I actually do charity with the little school. I put a lot of my money into it. I used to have a lot of donors before, but they donated, for example, the Red Cross would donate zinc sheets, seats, for the students. They would donate food. They would donate stuff, like actual stuff that you could see there. Never money. Price Mart used to donate a lot of food that we couldn't produce at the farm. That there are additionals, materials for the uniforms. And I'm trashed on a regular basis in my channel because when I asked for you guys to donate or to help out, because unfortunately most of the donors, if not all, have been banned from the country. So, and unfortunately, fortunately, I have a lot of kids there and I can't fund them all myself. So my options are whether I stop helping these children or find other sources of funding. So this is why I used the YouTube channel. It came as a blessing at a time that I didn't know you could monetize YouTube, because I didn't know anything about YouTube. So it was a blessing, and I've used all the money for that, which is not very much. People think I make millions or hundreds of thousands. I wish. So your donations, your PayPal donations, and you buying the shirts and the t-shirts have become a blessing. Why am I talking about this? We're gonna talk about the Invictus grift. Now, there's two things to keep separate. Invictus Games Foundation, which was set up in 2014, which is a charitable organization, and the IGF Trading Limited, which was founded in February 2017. I still haven't been able to see who the board of directors are, but it's pretty safe to assume that Prince Harry is somewhere involved, since Invictus Games Foundation charity was set up, or at least that's what we were led to believe, under the Royal Foundation and Endeavor Foundation as well. However, the Royal Foundation no longer helps them. Endeavor has nothing to do with that. And IGF, Invictus Games Foundation Trading Limited, is a for-profit organization. Up till 2019, you will see that they were exempt from declaring monies coming into this company from 2017 up till 2019. Please look at these images. Now, they have changed directors, but I still don't know who the board of directors, who are the board of directors? Who are they? So, what is very interesting is that basically the board of directors have 75 control over the monies made under IGF. This IGF Trading was, in theory, created under the umbrella of the Invictus Games Foundation. There was no need to create that unless you're thinking of profiting and making it a business, because otherwise they would have continued trading under Invictus Games Foundation. Why is that important? Because Invictus Games Foundation charity is audited and supervised by the Charities Foundations organization. IGF Trading, they can benefit, because it's a company, they can benefit from saying we're a private company, but we're donating our money to these people, and therefore they get tax credits and tax exemptions in favor of, because they're supposedly donating money. But look at their accounts. They're just submitted accounts. Apparently, they had over $800,000 pounds in cash on hand, plus 200,000 some from debtors, people who were donating or people who were putting money into the IGF Trading, not Invictus Games Foundation, the for-profit company, okay, the trading company. And yet, at the end of the year, they only have £1 left. I don't even know where to go with it. I don't even know. They go, cash in hands and liabilities. What are the liabilities of this company? And yet, there's a very nice side footnote that says the board of directors were not paid any money. So if they weren't paid any money, they are, because apparently they're not paying anybody any money. If you look at their account, there's no specifics of where that money really went to. It's just that they started with 1 million, over 1 million pounds. At the end of it, they have only £1. I don't even know where to begin. We have Invictus Games Foundation jumping from, let's say, 2018, I think their overall expenses were about almost 76,000 pounds a year. And then when Harry and Meghan showed up, especially Meghan, they jumped from that to over 560-some thousand pounds. So we have about 500,000 pounds additional expenses, which are not really declared. Remember the video I did where I said that Meghan Markle and the Invictus Foundations were at odds because Meghan Markle had charged over $540,000 on expenses, clothing alliance, hotels, private airplanes. Yes, that's the main expense. It cost the Invictus Games Foundation over almost 600 and some thousand, over $600,000 to have Meghan, a D-list nobody grifter, parade around with Harry. That money should have been allocated to actual veterans who need the money. Why am I calling this the Invictus grift and Prince Harry? And the Invictus Games Foundation has become a grifting thing. Please look at this. In my very humble opinion, they have falsely claimed or misled people to think that all the profits made from the Netflix series are gonna go to the Invictus Games Foundation veterans, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's false, because Netflix is not in the business of losing money, and neither are Harry and Meghan Markle. They will get money after Harry and Meghan get their share, after Netflix gets their share. Why? Because they're executive producers. So as executive producers, they are getting Sun money. Now, what's going to be very interesting to see here, it's whether it's Invictus Games Foundation who are the executive producers, or whether it's IGF Trading Limited who are the executive producers. I, for one, will be looking into who the executive producers are, because Archwell Foundation has not donated $1, nor raised any money towards Invictus Games Foundation since they left. COVID has nothing to do with that. Captain Tom was 99 years of age when he set out to raise 1,000 pounds by walking around his back garden, with his walker. He ended up raising over 40 million pounds or something like that. I mean, it was incredible. And Harry and Meghan Markle, with the kind of platform that the royal family has given them, they couldn't raise $1. Not $1. Nothing. Invictus Games Foundation, they put out their accounts. Archwell Foundation, nor Prince Harry, nor Meghan Markle in any capacity have donated any money. Yet Harry's still there as patron, and they're heavily featured on their Archwell Foundation, which it's a for-profit. They have a charitable side from which they grift money. 95% of that goes to Harry and Meghan, and maybe 5%, if lucky, goes to any charity they choose. And oddly, while the Invictus Games Foundation really needed the money, where were Harry and Meghan Markle? They didn't give any money. Prince William gave the 1 million pounds he got from the settlement from the newspapers to the Invictus Games Foundation for their survival during the COVID years and to help the veterans. Where were Harry and Meghan? Making money, using Invictus Games Foundation as a blanket to cover themselves, to look respectable, as the only thing that they have going, because everything else has been grifting. And this is their major grift. This is their major grift. I see. This is their major grift. This is where the buck stops. That's the only thing they have going. They gave money to Afghan refugees, allegedly about 5,000 or something, nothing major. Remember when they did that shameful walk that they went to see these Afghan refugees? Why didn't they get in touch and help? You know, how much money? I mean, the Sugars Sussex squad raised over $100,000 for Lilibet's birthday. They couldn't donate that money to the Archwell Games, to the Invictus Games Foundation. Why none of that money went to that? Harry and Meghan were busy making money for COVID vaccines, for that shameful appearance in, I don't know, I think it was New York. Why didn't they give money to the Invictus Games Foundations? Guess what? The veterans were still suffering and needing during the COVID era, if not more. For one, I think we should all lodge a complaint. All of you beautiful British people, lodge complaints and demand transparency from the Invictus Games Foundation charity to clarify where the money is going, what those expenses were. And because you can do that, you can report them to the charities foundation organized in the United Kingdom to have them fully audited. Also, what I called Invictus Grift Foundation Trading Limited. That's what you are. You are an Invictus Grift Foundation. And we need to find out who the board of directors. I have submitted a request because you can't see who the board of directors are. You only see the director in charge, which keeps changing, by the way. And the accounts that they were forced to put out from 2021 till now are shameful. They have only left £1 after liabilities. Come on, send a petition, send a complaint to the Charities Commission about Invictus Games Foundation charity, and ask also people, Her Majesty, His Majesty's revenue to investigate Invictus Games, IGF Trading Limited, because that is the biggest grift. And if I see any sugar coming here to my channel saying, you're not giving money, you're asking money for your school, you fucking right I am. Because I'm actually helping people. I'm actually helping kids. And by the way, it's appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. City! City! Oh, shit, chickens.